Hey guys, it's Nate from PlayYourCourt.com, filming today from the rec room. It is Wednesday, Workout Wednesday, and guys, we have got to keep fit, all right? The endorphins, everything about getting our blood moving and getting this air circulating is gonna make us just happier in this challenging time. All right, there's a lot of fitness stuff. I mean, everybody's got a fitness challenge of some sort, and it's super cool because it's keeping us motivated and keeping us active. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be focusing specifically on a lower body strength workout for those that are prone to injuries, are battling injuries, specifically the knees, maybe the hips, all right, and definitely back, that kind of go hand in hand, all right, and then for you older adults, all right, because not every fitness program is built the same. Some of them work for us and some of them don't, but if you have knee issues, this is the workout that you should be paying attention to, because what we want when these challenging times pass, you're gonna hit those courts running, literally, right? A lot faster and a lot stronger. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about are lunges. Lunges, and we all know what a lunge is. A lunge is fantastic if we have good knees, all right? And even if you have, kind of okay knees, if you don't have great stability and great balance, well, lunge is no good, and this is why. When you're going into a lunge, if your knee is working over your toe, that is no good. That's going to cause knee issues. Okay. And you guys know I battle knee injuries. I'm always battling some kind of injury. It's been a long life on the court, and I've got some injuries to show for it. All right. So one of the things that I do is I work through reverse lunges because I can set the perimeters and be much safer through it. So the reverse lunge works like this. And the first version, I'll use my hands to help stay balanced. All right. As you get a little bit more confident, you can get a little bit deeper with the leg, with the bend, and then really using those glutes, those hamstrings, and those quads to power back up. It is so important that we work on this kinetic chain of firing, right? From the hamstrings to the glutes to the quads. Most tennis players are quadzillas, right? You're walking around these big old quads because you're doing this semi-squat most of the day. All right, so with that lunge, if that is still pretty difficult, let me show you the version that we can make it even safer. And these are sliding reverse lunges. You're probably wondering why I had a towel. I'm sweating so much. All right, but so from here, I'm putting the towel under my foot. I've got to be on a slick surface. I start with my feet together, and I slide through this surface. All right, make sure you do it on both sides. So this time I'm going with the right foot. And some I'll work with the hands down, but I'll have to work on keeping better balance without using the hands to assist. All right, so guys, what you want to do here is 2 to 3 sets, all right, with reps in the 10 to 15 range. All right, guys, so next up, we're talking about the single leg Romanian deadlift, all right? I know this sounds super scary, and it's like, man, got bad knees. What are we talking about, Romanian deadlifts? I'm gonna show you a way that we can do them that makes it a whole lot safer for the knees. Now, with that being said, the single leg Romanian deadlift, as an exercise itself, it's really about balance and understanding really how to get the leverage, all right? So it's fairly safe for the knees, but if you're still concerned, one of the things that I personally do and that I work with clients or some of my tennis players that have bad knees is we work through finding a target with our foot. And this kind of gets the central nervous system to lock on and know how to work through the perimeters of the stroke. This is what the single leg Romanian deadlift looks like. Let's jump into it. So guys, what you're noticing here is as I extend out with my right foot, I'm working to keep the back flat, minimum knee bend, and I'm really working on keeping balance through that left foot. I'm widening the toes, spreading them out, working through firing off that left foot, all right? So firing off the left foot, vast majority of the weight there, work towards that flat back, not my strong suit, all right? and then work towards the target. Work to get that foot out to the couch. All right, guys, so once again, you're looking at 2 to 3 sets in the range of 10 to 15 reps, okay? So that's the single leg Romanian deadlift. Let's take a look at the next exercise. Okay, so guys, working on number 3, we're gonna be doing squats, all right? Squats are phenomenal exercise that really works from working from the ground up and firing those big muscles that we need in tennis. Squats, when the form is incorrect, can be devastating, especially if you have bad knees. So we're gonna work through doing squats. We're not gonna do any kind of weight. We can get a really good workout without the weights, and we're gonna use, here I'm using a couch, but you can use anything just to give yourself an idea of how low to go. And this is what it looks like. So here, as I go down to the squat, I'm gonna get my butt to the couch, all right? And that will tell me when to stop. And what you'll see here is I'm not really settling into the couch. I'm not necessarily sitting down, all right? I'm just getting down. I'm getting the engagement through the legs, and then I'm pushing myself back up. All right, so you can go hands on the hip. All right, first one I can do hands, as I did the first one, I keep my hands out, or you can keep your hands up. I got a ceiling fan, one of the challenges of doing these at home, all right? But using these squats, you can use a couch to really set those parameters, make sure it's much, much safer than just trying to do them when you're under 3 weights. Same thing here, we're looking at 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15. Always start off slow though, right? Start off slow. When we're doing these exercises, it's more important to do them correctly, do them slowly, than worrying about numbers, okay? We're not concerned about whether you get to your 3rd set. If you only do 1 set and you did 10 and you did them all correct, that's better than doing 30 of these things incorrectly. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for part 1 of Workout Wednesday, this particular segment where we're talking about strengthening, working through strength training routines with bad knees, or maybe we're just a little bit older. Tune in next Wednesday. That's when part 2 will come out for Workout Wednesday. And in the interim, be sure to check out the vault. Remember, inside the platform, the thousands of hours of instruction that Scott and I have put together is now available for that entry-level price of $5.99, typically reserved for premium members. But just want to make sure that we're getting as many resources out to you guys so that you can continue to improve your tennis game while you're at home. All right, so get in there and check that out, www.PlayYourCourt.com, and we will see you like Scott's here. Miss my buddy. All right, but I'll see you here very soon from either the classroom, my office, or the lab, the doghouse. I'll see you soon.